You were supposed to hear this before June 18th, because by the time the moon rises tomorrow, it will already be too late to unveil what's been set in motion. This is not a normal lunar cycle. It's a rare energetic rupture, the kind that pulls at your soul before your mind can name it. And if you've been emotional, dreaming strange things that feel too real, you're not imagining it. You're being summoned. Something ancient is moving beneath this moon. It doesn't ask for permission. It doesn't wait for readiness. It shows up, and it moves things. What unfolds on June 18th isn't just an event in the sky. It's a hidden portal disguised as a day. And if you miss this, you might miss the moment your path was meant to turn. This rare moon event on June 18th is more than just a cosmic occurrence. It's a sacred turning point in your spiritual journey. It arrives as a divine signal, opening a portal of energy designed to awaken your soul. Emotionally, you may feel a deep stirring, a sense of remembrance, as if your heart is recalling something ancient and true. Physically, you might notice sudden waves of calm, tingles across your skin, or an overwhelming stillness. Spiritually, this is a moment of rebirth, a chance to release the weight you've carried and step into alignment with your higher path. The universe isn't just observing you, it's reaching for you. And if you're willing to receive this energy, everything within you can begin to transform, gently, fully, and forever. If you feel the energy of this moment, type "I'm ready" in the comments, like this video, and subscribe to join our spiritual family. On June 18th, 2025, the moon becomes more than a celestial body in the sky. It becomes a sacred messenger, carrying with it an energy so precise, so divinely timed, that ignoring it would be like walking past a doorway your soul has waited lifetimes to enter. This is no ordinary lunar phase. It arrives during a powerful arc of cosmic energy shaped by the moon's positioning with other celestial bodies, specifically its interaction with Mars and Uranus. Spiritually, this configuration is like the striking of a bell across dimensions. When the moon touches Mars, it awakens courage. When it dances with Uranus, it stirs change. And when all three align in tension and harmony, a portal opens, one that invites transformation through divine disruption. In numerology, the date June 18th, 2025 holds profound significance. The numbers 6 and 9 mirror one another, forming a cosmic loop, beginnings and endings, endings and beginnings. The number 6 is tied to the heart, love, family, healing. The number 1 signifies new beginnings, divine leadership, and spiritual independence. And 8 represents karmic cycles, infinite energy, and power balanced by wisdom. Added together, the full date reduces to a 6 again, returning us to the heart. This is not by chance. The moon on this night calls us back to the heart in every sense. Think of the moon as a sacred mirror. It doesn't create light, it reflects it. And during this rare alignment, it reflects not just the sun, but the unspoken truths within you. What have you buried deep? What dreams have you silenced? What parts of yourself have been lost in the noise of the world? The moon, in this moment, becomes a lantern. And its light isn't just above you, it's within you, illuminating the paths you've feared to walk, the wounds you've tried to hide, the strength you've forgotten you hold. Astrologically, this event may feel like a soft earthquake within your spirit. Mars brings fire, Uranus brings lightning, the moon, emotion. Together, they break open what is stagnant and send a ripple through the soul. Some may feel unsettled, others inspired, but all will feel awakened. And remember, lunar energy isn't loud, it's sacred and still. It doesn't force you to change, it invites you to align. That's why this moment feels less like a shout and more like a whisper in your heart. A whisper that says, it's time. Time to release what no longer serves you. Time to remember what you came here to do. Time to walk through the inner doorway that's been waiting in silence. This rare alignment is a message from the divine. It doesn't just affect the sky, it moves through the currents of your life. It may show up in dreams, strange synchronicities, emotional waves, or sudden clarity. You might find yourself reconnecting with people from the past, or realizing that something in your life, something you've clung to, is ready to be released. These are not coincidences, these are confirmations, cosmic echoes telling you you're in the right place, and the time is now. Let yourself feel the deeper meaning of this. The moon is not just orbiting Earth, it's orbiting you. Every phase, every pull, every beam of light is speaking to your soul. And on June 18th, it speaks louder than usual. Not in volume, but in depth. Not in words, but in spirit. This is the cosmic significance of the moon's rare alignment, a spiritual checkpoint, a call home, and a reminder that the universe is not far from you. It is within you, moving, aligning, and preparing you for your next awakening. Feel the presence of this moment as it begins to gently wrap around you, soft like moonlight brushing the surface of still water. Everything you are, your breath, your body, your thoughts, is here for a reason. You are not rushing, you are not striving, you are simply arriving right where you need to be. There is nothing you must fix, nothing you must earn, and nothing you must chase. The moon is already rising for you. Its light is already finding you. Feel the silence between the sounds around you. That quiet space holds power. That stillness is not emptiness. It is sacred. And in that silence, there is something whispering just beneath the surface of your awareness. It speaks in a language older than words, a gentle knowing that only the soul can translate. That voice is calling now. It wants to remind you that you are connected to everything, that you belong not only to the earth, but to the stars as well. Let that truth soak into your spirit like soft rain into dry soil. You are not separate. You never have been. The same force that moves the moon moves through your life. The same rhythm that pulses through the tides flows through your heart with every beat. You are aligning to something ancient and sacred. There is divine timing at play here, not the kind you control, but the kind you surrender to, the kind that doesn't rush, the kind that is perfect. Now, become aware of a soft light behind your heart. It doesn't need to be seen, it only needs to be felt. This light is your essence, your center, your eternal self. And as the moon rises in the sky, this inner light begins to rise in you. Bit by bit, it expands. It doesn't burn. It glows. It doesn't push. It invites. Let it warm you from within. Let it soften what's been hard. Let it calm what's been loud. With every quiet moment, the outside world begins to fade and the inner world begins to brighten. You may notice thoughts drifting in. That's okay. You're not here to silence your mind. You're here to listen to your soul. You are safe to feel, to open, to receive. Now, feel the earth beneath you, strong, stable, ancient. It holds you without asking anything in return. It supports you just as it supports the moon in its orbit. Imagine this support rising up through your body, through your feet, your legs, your spine, all the way up to your crown. Feel yourself becoming rooted and lifted at the same time, grounded in your truth, aligned with the heavens. Now, speak quietly within yourself, not from the voice of fear, but from the voice of remembrance. I allow myself to release what no longer serves me. Repeat these affirmations slowly, with presence. Let each one settle into your body like a key turning in a lock. Let each word remind your spirit of what it already knows. These are not just affirmations, these are activations, sacred truths awakening inside of you. And now, feel the energy of gratitude rising. Not because everything is perfect, but because everything is aligned. Because even the pain, even the waiting, even the unanswered questions have brought you to this moment, and this moment holds a gift. Let your heart gently expand, not in force, but in permission. Let yourself remember how to soften, how to trust, how to feel. You are not alone. You are held by something vast, eternal, and deeply wise. The moon watches over you, the stars sing for you, the earth supports you, and your soul, your radiant, eternal soul, has never once given up on you. This is your space, this is your moment, this is your light returning. There is a gentle rhythm flowing now, subtle but strong. It moves like a tide, not seen but felt, rising within the center of your being. You've begun to tap into something sacred, something beyond words, yet entirely familiar. This isn't about becoming someone new. This is about remembering who you truly are, beneath the noise, beneath the fear, beneath the layers the world asked you to wear. The moon's energy on this night isn't here to change you, it's here to unveil you. Let your awareness drift to the center of your chest, not just the heart as an organ, but as a sacred space, a chamber of divine intelligence and pure intuition. Feel it like a glowing ember, steady and warm. Each breath feeds that ember, and it grows slowly. It radiates peace, then trust, then the deep, unshakable knowing that you are being guided, even when it doesn't make sense, even when the path feels hidden. This knowing lives inside you now. Tune into the stillness that surrounds this moment. It isn't empty, it's full of guidance, full of meaning, full of presence. This is where the unseen becomes real. This is where manifestation begins, not in effort, but in alignment. Let this stillness be the place where your soul speaks clearly. You don't need to chase your destiny, you only need to hear it calling from within. Now, allow your thoughts to soften, like snow falling into a quiet forest. Let each concern, each doubt, dissolve as it lands. You don't need to fight for clarity. You don't need to wrestle with the unknown. Just be here, open, like a vessel ready to receive. And into this space, we now call in your intentions, not with force, not with urgency, but with deep sincerity. Bring to mind something your soul longs for. Not a wish from the mind, but a desire from your spirit. Is it healing? Is it love? Is it clarity, courage, or peace? Whatever it is, hold it gently in your awareness. Not grasping, just holding. And now, offer it into the light of the moon. Not to be judged, but to be received. Speak these words within, as if offering a prayer the stars have waited lifetimes to hear. I release my fears and surrender to divine timing. Feel the power of your words, not just as sound, but as energy. These are not passive statements, these are soul declarations. You are not asking, you are aligning. You are not waiting, you are awakening. And now, feel a gentle current of light flowing down from above. Not a beam, not a blaze, but a sacred shimmer, like moonlight sliding down a quiet stream. It touches the top of your head and pours through you, moving gently through your mind, your throat, your heart, your belly, your spine, your legs, your feet. This light carries the frequency of remembrance. It carries the vibration of truth. It carries the energy of all you've been seeking, returning home. Feel how your body responds. You may feel warm, you may feel light, you may feel nothing at all, and that is perfect. The work is happening even in stillness. You are receiving. Stay here just a little longer, letting this light settle. Let it nourish you. Let it heal you. Let it remind every cell in your being that you are not broken. You are becoming. And now, as the moon continues its sacred ascent in the sky, know that it carries your intention with it, out into the universe, into the ethers, into the fabric of divine timing. You have spoken your truth, and it has been heard. There is nothing more you must do in this moment. Only trust, only remain open, Only know that something sacred has been set in motion. Your soul, the moon, the stars, they are all in alignment. You are exactly where you are meant to be. Something extraordinary happens when you finally stop searching outside yourself and begin listening inward. The moon on June 18th was never about revealing something new to you. It was always about helping you remember something eternal. Beneath the noise, the routine, the rushing, and the constant striving, there has always been a quiet force holding you, a knowing that cannot be explained, only experienced. And now, in this sacred moment, that knowing is rising. It's been waiting for you, not because you were late, but because divine timing is never early and never wrong. What you're feeling isn't random. It's a convergence, a cosmic alignment between the stars above and the truth within. And it is here to show you that the power you've been waiting for is already yours. Every trial, every heartbreak, every unanswered prayer has led you to this threshold, not because life wanted to test you, but because it needed to prepare you. The moon's alignment is reflecting more than light. It is reflecting back to you your own resilience, your sacred wisdom, your ability to rise again and again, even when you thought you couldn't. What you carry within you is more ancient than your name, more powerful than your pain, and more enduring than any fear that has tried to silence your truth. You are not just living through a spiritual moment, you are the moment. This rare lunar portal is not just about letting go. It's about unlocking. There is a light that cannot be extinguished, even when the world has told you to dim. That light is your intuition, your purpose, your divine connection. And under this moon, it flares brighter, not because the moon is doing something to you, but because you are finally ready to see what has always been burning inside. This is the real awakening, not the kind that comes with sudden fireworks, but the kind that arrives with deep, soul-shaking recognition, the kind that wraps around you like a truth you've always known but forgot how to speak. You may begin to realize that everything you thought you needed, permission, validation, a sign, a plan, was never outside you. You've been the sign. You've been the vessel. You've been the miracle waiting for your own recognition. And now, in the softness of this moonlit night, you no longer have to chase healing. You can simply be it. You no longer need to ask for the path. You are walking it. Every step, even the painful ones, has carried you into sacred territory. And the moon, in all its glowing silence, bears witness to your becoming. What if your heartbreaks weren't evidence of failure, but the cracking open needed to release your buried strength? What if the things that didn't work out were not rejections, but divine redirections to a truer path? What if everything was always rigged in your favor, even when it didn't feel that way? This alignment asks you to stop looking at your wounds as flaws and begin to see them as sacred entry points, openings through which your highest wisdom can flow. You were never meant to be perfect, you were meant to be whole. And wholeness includes the shadows. Wholeness includes the scars. The moon reflects the light of the sun, but it also holds space for the dark. Both are sacred. Both are necessary. And this is the most profound revelation of all. You are not waiting for the universe to finally recognize you. The universe has been waiting for you to recognize yourself. The stars have always known your name. The moon has always held your sorrow. The earth has always supported your steps. No matter how uncertain, you have never truly been lost. You have only been remembering. The pain wasn't your punishment, it was your path. And now that path has led you here, to the gateway of a new way of being. You are not who you were yesterday, and you are not yet who you are becoming. But right now, in this exact breath, you are divine. You are the breath between the inhale and the exhale. You are the stillness before the shift. You are the light breaking through your own layers, not to become someone else, but to fully arrive as who you were always meant to be. This moon event does not offer surface change, it offers soul transformation. It is a mirror to your highest potential, and in this reflection you see not only who you are, but who you're capable of becoming. So many times you may have asked for clarity, begged for signs, pleaded for a breakthrough. This is the answer to every whisper you've ever sent into the night. Not as a thunderclap, not as a lightning strike, but as the soft, steady pull of gravity itself, drawing you home. You don't need to be ready in the way you once thought. You don't need all the answers, all the plans, all the perfection. You only need your presence. You only need your permission. Because the energy of this moon will do the rest. It will guide, unfold, illuminate, if you let it. You don't need to understand everything to trust it. And you don't need to fix yourself to be worthy of the next chapter. You are already enough. You are already chosen. You are already aligned. The moon doesn't ask you to rise fully formed. It simply asks you to rise. What happens from here is sacred. It's personal. It's yours. You may not feel different immediately. You may even doubt. But the seed has been planted, and the moon, in her wisdom, will tend to it long after this moment ends. You've stepped into something eternal now, a frequency that will echo in your dreams, your decisions, your future. You've heard the call, and whether you realize it yet or not, you've answered. This is your turning point, not just because the stars said so, but because your soul says so. And when your soul speaks with this kind of clarity, the universe always listens, always responds, always moves in divine rhythm with your intention. You are no longer walking in uncertainty. You are walking in sacred alignment, and every step forward from here is blessed. Every cell in your body is listening now. Every fiber of your being is tuned to a deeper truth. One that you've perhaps touched in dreams, glimpsed in moments of quiet, or felt rise within you when the world fell silent. That truth is not something you need to go out and find. It's something you have carried within you across lifetimes. This is the unveiling. This is the permission you've longed to give yourself, now fully granted by the light of this rare lunar alignment. The intensity you feel right now is not chaos. It is breakthrough energy. It is the sacred tension before expansion, the holy ache before your wings remember how to open. So if your heart feels like it's beating louder, if your emotions feel closer to the surface, it is because your soul is waking up even more fully. And awakening is not always quiet. Sometimes it feels like fire. Sometimes it feels like grief. Sometimes it feels like a deep exhale after years of holding your breath. But always it brings you closer to who you really are. This moon is stripping away illusion, not to expose your weakness, but to reveal your essence. It wants you to see clearly now. Your fears do not define you. Your past does not bind you. And your future is not limited to what has been. You are not your wounds, though they've shaped you. You were never meant to remain asleep to your power. You were never meant to walk quietly in someone else's dream. You were meant to awaken, to rise, to remember. And now, that remembering is no longer a whisper. It is a roaring truth echoing through your spirit. You were made for this, not someday. Now. You are standing in sacred alignment. The universe is holding its breath with you. The moon is shining not just on the world, but directly on you. Its message is clear. Its pull is magnetic. It is drawing you into alignment with your purpose, your courage, your highest timeline. What you decide to do with this moment is yours. But know this, you are supported, you are seen, and everything around you is conspiring to bring your soul into its full expression. No more waiting, no more shrinking, no more second-guessing your path. This is the moment when your truth becomes louder than your fear, when your light becomes brighter than your doubt, when your soul takes the lead, and this time you will follow. If you've made it to this moment, it's not by accident. You were meant to receive this message. The moon didn't just call out to the night sky, it called out to you. You felt it, and you followed. That inner tug, that whisper of intuition, that nudge that said, watch this, feel this, remember this. That is not coincidence. That is alignment. That is divine timing in action, and it means your spirit is awakening exactly when it's meant to. This energy we've stepped into together is not fleeting. It doesn't disappear the moment this video ends. It stays with you. It lives within you. But now, the real transformation begins. You've heard the call, you've remembered your light, and now you're being asked to walk in it, not just when it's easy, not just when it's quiet, but especially when it's hard, and especially when you feel alone. Because you're not alone. Look around. There's a community rising, soul by soul, just like you. Each person watching this, breathing with this, resonating with this message, is part of that sacred circle. If your heart was stirred, if something shifted in your chest, if you felt a sense of peace, clarity, or even release, take a moment to acknowledge it. Say it aloud. Type it below. Share what this moment awakened in you. Whether it's a single word, a feeling, or a declaration of intention, your voice matters. When you speak your truth, when you write it, when you share it, you anchor that energy more deeply into your field. You turn this from a moment of insight into a portal of transformation. So take this opportunity. Share in the comments. What are you ready to step into? What are you letting go of? What part of your soul finally feels heard tonight? And if this message moved something inside you, if it felt like the guidance you didn't know you needed, I invite you to like this video, not just for numbers, not just for reach, but as an act of alignment. You're saying yes to this journey, yes to this moment, yes to the divine timing that brought you here. And if you know someone, anyone, who's been feeling lost, uncertain, or disconnected, send this to them. Be the messenger. Be the spark for someone else's awakening, because we rise more powerfully when we rise together. If you haven't already, subscribe and become part of this growing spiritual family. This is a space for clarity, for healing, for remembering. Every week, we explore the cosmic movements, the spiritual signs, the sacred cycles that speak to your soul, and every message is crafted with intention to support you, uplift you, and remind you that you are never walking alone. This moon event was not just another phase in the sky. It was a mirror, a portal, and a promise. A mirror reflecting your divine essence. A portal into the next version of your soul. And a promise that your timing is not late, not random, but perfect. Let this be the moment you choose to trust the unfolding. Let this be the night you stop doubting your inner voice. Let this be your turning point. Thank you for being here, for trusting your intuition, for walking this path with grace and courage, and above all, for remembering who you are. The moon has spoken. The energy has shifted.